Okay. So hello everyone, welcome again. This is Özlem, and I am one of the coordinators of the co-education department. And this will be a private workshop on quantum annealing. This material was prepared during, actually we started to prepare it in like intern program 2 years ago, in 2021. But then like we kind of gave a break. And this year, this material was used during Q course. I don't know if there are some of you who joined Q course, then we already covered this. But this was not officially given as a workshop until now. And this version, it will be the pilot version. So we will try to see if like the material is okay, if there's something missing, if we should add something. So therefore, it's really important to get feedback from you. And so please don't forget, like, this is the first time this material will be really tested other than the Q course. So there might be typos, etc. And also like in the homeworks, there might be some errors. So I apologize for this today. And we will follow a different structure during this private workshop, meaning that I will not be giving lectures, but we will instead do some Q&A sessions. And today in this meeting, I would like to just give an overview of what we will do and about, like, I would like to give some information about the schedule, etc. So thanks again for joining. So today we have this welcome session with general overview. And on Monday at the same time as today, we will have the first Q&A session. And this will be for lecture 1. So overall, there are like, was it here? Okay. So this is our material, which you can find under material channel. Here, you can find the link. And as you can see, this consists of several notebooks. We have divided this into 3 parts. And I call each one of them as like lecture 1, lecture 2, and lecture 3. So like this is the first part, lecture 1. And this part starts with a general overview of combinatorial optimization problems. Then it gives the mathematical definition of Kubo formulation and like 3 problems: max cut, traveling salesman problem, and graph coloring. We will encounter those 3 problems in the next notebooks as well. And Kubo formulation for those 3 problems will be discussed. So this is the first part. Then in the second part, we will move on to Ising model and binary quadratic model of D-Wave. So we will learn how to formulate our problem so that D-Wave can understand. So this is the second part. And finally, in the last part, this is where we will really deal with quantum annealing and how to run quantum annealing on D-Wave machine. So indeed, so okay, like this is a workshop on quantum annealing, but most of it is dedicated to learn how to model problems so that one can use quantum annealing to solve those problems. So let me tell this from day 1. So it's not totally on quantum annealing. As you can see, quantum annealing will only come in the like last notebooks. But until then, we will learn how to formulate our problems so that we can use quantum annealing. And associated with each part, there is a recording, a lecture recording. I shared the first one here. So there are overall 3 of them. And if we go back to schedule right now, okay. So I will expect you to study notebooks of lecture 1 until Monday. So this means those 6 notebooks. And on Monday, we will do a Q&A session so that you can ask your questions about those notebooks. And similarly, on Wednesday, we will have another Q&A session. And I will expect you to study the next bunch of notebooks, and the last Q&A session will be on Friday. And the same goes for Friday. I will expect you to study lecture 3 notebooks before joining this session. Do you have any questions until now? Hayade, if you are saying something, we cannot hear you. It seems like you are talking. Your microphone is like going up and down, but we cannot hear. So you can also type in chat if you would like to ask something. Okay, I will mute because I'm like hearing some noise. Hayade. Okay. So I guess there are no questions. Let me check chat. Okay, I will talk about homework. Do you need to work with GitLab and submit on it? No, like you can clone the repository from GitLab. Okay, so this is the Jupyter notebooks. Like this is the repo containing the Jupyter notebooks. You need to actually this is not repo, okay, like this is the material. So you can clone the repository from GitLab, and if you have Jupyter Notebook installed, then you can start using those notebooks. But then you will need to install Ocean SDK. This is required to run like the following notebooks. So for maybe most of you, I don't know, for some of you, it will not be possible to connect to D-Wave machines because D-Wave has this restriction about countries. But don't worry, you don't need to connect to real D-Wave quantum computers until those 2 last notebooks. Everything can be solved until then using like simulated annealing, which is present in Ocean SDK, and anyone can install Ocean SDK. So here you can find the installation instruction. So please, the first thing you should do is to make this installation. And if you have any questions, you can just ask in this call. We also have 2 mentors for this course, Akash and Sabah. So they will also help you, and I will also help if you have any problems in the installation. So this is what we will use, this Ocean SDK, to model our problems. And I think this comes in this part, binary quadratic model, because this is from Ocean SDK. Other than that, I can maybe talk a little bit about homework. So we did not add you yet to Canvas, but there will be a Canvas course, and you'll get invitations for this course. And again, there will be here 3 modules, and in each module there will be multiple choice questions. And also there will be some notebooks which you will need to submit. So this is an example from like quiz, multiple choice questions. I cannot show you yet the programming assignments, but So when you click on this programming assignment, here there will be a link to a notebook. You will download this notebook. You will solve the questions within the notebook, and then you will submit this notebook again through this assignment. So you will have two types of homework. If you have joined silver or nickel before, then you will, I think you are used to this. And to pass this course and get a certificate, you need to score at least half of each homework. So for instance, you need to score at least 6 out of 12 for this multiple choice quiz, and this programming assignment is over 18. You need to score at least 9. And overall, you need to get at least 70 to pass the course. You will have enough time, so don't worry about it. You will have enough time. Per assignment, you can have 3 attempts. So for programming assignments, this will be more flexible. For quizzes, it will be 3. For programming assignments, I guess we will set it to unlimited. And in programming assignments, they are graded automatically. Sometimes there may be some mistakes. Then you can again write to us so that we can check. And how this auto grader works is, so you submit your assignments and it is graded every 30 minutes. So you will need to wait maybe for 30 minutes before your assignment gets graded. And every time you submit it again, it will be graded again. And overall, your highest grade is taken. So this is about homework. And you will also see the deadlines here once we add you to this course. It's important that although we are not collecting those notebooks, although we are not checking if you do the tasks within those notebooks, I believe it's really important to complete those to really understand what's going on, and this will be also helpful for you during the homework. Okay, it's taking some time, but we did not send yet invites for Canva, so don't worry about it. So I guess you are familiar with QWorld type of material. It's the same. We have some theory, and then we have some tasks, as you can see, and associated to each task, we also have the solutions. As I said, it's really important to try to complete those tasks. And once you finish this material, I believe that you will be able to model any given problem as a QWorld model, which means you will be able to solve it using quantum annealing and also simulated annealing. So I hope this will be useful for you. Okay, now, do you have any questions? No? So there is a question. Yes, only live Zoom meetings will be the Q&A sessions. Exactly. So it's important that you ask questions in these Q&A sessions.
For how long these Q&A sessions are supposed to be?
I think they will take around 1 hour. I don't
Okay, I
want to
see.
do it longer, so also it depends on you. So if you ask like more questions, it will be better. But I would like to keep it at most like 1 hour. Okay. So let's go here. Okay, here's the material. If you are familiar with Git, you can use Git clone and use the link here, like clone with HTTPS. You can just paste this GitLab link. If you are not familiar with Git, then you can just click here and download it as a zip file, and then you can extract this material. And once you do that, I suggest that you install either like Miniconda or Anaconda. I can like put this in Discord. Maybe I can also paste the material link here. I think we had like installation instruction for Jupyter Notebook for Bronze. I can also paste this here. So you need to install like either Anaconda or something like this, and then Jupyter Notebook. Then once you do that, you will start Jupyter Notebook, and it will open some like in your web browser, and then you navigate where you installed, where you downloaded this repository. And then that's all. You'll be able to open those Jupyter Notebooks. And then you need to install Ocean SDK. And this is where you can edit your code. So now, once you click here, here inside those Jupyter cells, you can put your code. You can like you can run them, you can test them, and also this will be true for homework. You will download the homework, you will open it using Jupyter Notebook. You will solve it, you will test it, and then you will submit it back. For those who were late for the meeting, I will show you the recording and you can watch it. But I will send invitation for Canvas course. I am still waiting for any questions. Okay, here is installation instructions for Anaconda and Jupyter Notebooks. I am pasting this also here. So if you are not familiar with Jupyter Notebooks, please first check this second link here. Let me write some description. Okay, so using this instructions, you can install Jupyter Notebooks. And once you do that, you can go to this link to download the repository, and you can then start browsing the material. No, you will not push it. No, it will be your local copy. You will not push it. We will not check whether you are solving those tasks within those notebooks. So it's up to you. We will only check what we will give in Canvas, what we ask in Canvas. So you will not push it. This Git repository is only for you to, like, you will have a local copy of it. You will solve, if you would like to solve, which I encourage. How do you take your answer? You have, like, here, if you click here for solution, you can see the solutions. But other than that, we do not have like an automated solution checking system. But once you check the solution, I think it should be clear. But if you have further questions, you can always ask in Discord. But for all the questions, I think other than the optional ones, here you have the solutions. When will be the first assignment or quiz due to? So we will not be very strict with deadlines, I think. So I think there will be at least 1 week for you to complete the first assignment and quiz. So we do not want to hurry, as this is the pilot workshop. And like we would like to, as I mentioned, take as much as feedback as possible. So when I think in like 1 or 2 days, I will add you to the Canvas course. Maybe it can be also, I don't know, tomorrow, but maybe assignments will not be ready. Actually, they are ready, but like we are doing a final check. Quizzes are already ready, actually. So maybe we can add you tomorrow and you can start working on multiple choice questions. And also, you cannot go to like section 2 before getting at least half of those done. So, for instance, this is, maybe I can show this. This is how you will see. So this will be locked until you score at least 6 from this quiz and 9 from this programming assignment. Unless you complete those, you cannot go to section 2. And this is also like section 2 is also locked. So once you do half of the things here, then once you get half of the grades here, then you can move on to next section. No, there is no time limit for the individual quizzes. Like it's not that you should complete the quiz in 5 minutes. There is not not a time limit on individual quizzes, but there will be a deadline for the homework. But don't worry about it right now. And in case you have any questions, it can be about setup, installation, it can be about homework, it can be about, I don't know, something related to Python. It can be anything. So please write in Discord. Instead of sending individual messages, it will be better if you type it here, unless you are sharing something about homework answer. Try to write it in the general channels so that everyone can see and like also anyone can answer. It will be more helpful. Each section is related to each lecture, exactly. And documentation website for Ocean SDK, it's here. And this is the link to installing Ocean software, but here you can find some documentation for Ocean tools. So the link is inside installation. Okay, if there are no more questions, then I think we can end the meeting. And then we will see each other on Monday. And if you have further questions, you can, again, just type in Discord. Okay, I'm waiting. So we have a final question. If by programming section, if you mean this programming assignment, then so it will be something like this. So it is auto-graded, meaning that I will not check it, or not a person will not check it. But here you will see some score, and it will be auto-graded, and the auto-grader is set so that it works in every 30 minutes. So in every 30 minutes, it will check your assignment and it will give a grade. But it does not give any feedback. It just says, okay, you got like 3 out of 5 from first question, 5 out of 5 from second question, etc. And in programming assignment is similar to tasks inside the notebook. So you have some questions, and maybe I can show you an example. Oh no, okay. Right now I can't. But, so you will like have some individual questions, and for each question, there will be a cell, and inside the cell, you will see that it writes like begin solution and solution. And you will write your answer between those two lines, between begin solution and end solution. And it will be graded automatically by the system. So it's important that you obey the instructions. For instance, if it says begin solution and solution, you should put your code between those two comments. You should not put your comment here. Sorry, put your code here. And you can submit your code for, yes, multiple times. It is not limited. And highest grade will be taken. This will be more clear once you are added to the Canvas course. Okay, good luck, Hüseyin Hocam. So I see some old names and also some new names here. So hi, Fabiola. It has been a long time since seeing you. Yes, I will share recording of each session, so don't worry about it. Okay then, see you on Monday. Take care. I wish you a good night. Okay, thank you. I'll see you.